This is DieCast Street League, and I'm Roy. We race in Rock City. Welcome back. This is DieCast Street League. We are here in Rock City. It is a beautiful 81-degree day. It's beautiful out. Yes, it is, Roy. It's great for racing. This is the top of the A-Class Race Series Round 3. So you know it's going to be crazy. I can't wait. All right, let's get to these cars. 1984 Ferrari GTO. That Pontiac. Driven by Georgie. 875 horsepower. 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT. Driven by John. 980 horsepower. 1978 Pontiac Hot Bird. Driven by Brian Bush. 960 horsepower. 1970 Chevy Camaro. Driven by Greg. 970 horsepower. Those are the cars and drivers that will be putting it all on the line for our viewing pleasure. I got my popcorn ready. We're going the best out of 8 races wins. First place gets 2 points. Second place gets 1. Okay. Third place will get a half point. Okay. This is third round action. Expect the driving to be crazy good. I got my lucky underwear on. I hope so. Let's go. I bet you $5 that Camaro wins. No bet, Roy. John got the lead going down that first long straight. Georgie and the GTO is right on his bumper. He's trying to pass him right there, cannot get around him. Greg is in third place. Georgie is trying to pass up John for his first place position and could not get around him. He tried him at the line, but John held him off. Golly, that was a good first race. They were all going to the line doing about 170. Yes, it was. On the first tune, first race down, they were flying. You see, John had a slight lead right there coming out of that first turn, but Georgie and the GTO was all on his bumper. That is no Pontiac, I keep telling you. John and that SRT was in front, and Georgie and that GTO was all on his bumper. Greg was trying to get in the mix, trying to pass up Georgie for a spot, and Georgie was trying to pass John right there at the line. He tried him, he was close, but could not get it done. They were all fighting for position in that little bitty tight area, just like my cousin Paul's teeth. Okay. He got a lot of teeth, y'all. It looks like John got that SRT running good. You already know Georgie got that Pontiac running good too. Roy, that's not a Pontiac. It's a Ferrari GTO. John got a 12.72 time. That is the track record thus far. He was driving that Mopar, I'll tell you that. The SRT has 2, the Ferrari has 1, the Camaro has a half point, the Hot Bird has 0. Race 2 about to go down right now. I bet you $100 that Pontiac win. Let's go. Georgie and the GTO is in first place. Brian and the Hot Bird is all on his bumper. He tried to pass him right there, bumped him. He could not get around him, tried to pass on the inside, but Georgie closed him out and he would take second place reluctantly. Man, Brian Bush almost passed him on the inside on that last turn. Man, that was some good driving by Georgie to hold him off. Georgie did what he had to do, shut the door so Brian Bush could not walk through it. You see it right here. Georgia got a slight lead over Brian Bush, but Brian Bush was all on his bumper coming out of that second turn. It looks like Georgie was about to put 3 cars on him, but Brian closed the distance right there and tried to pass. Bryant was applying the pressure. He tried to pass on the inside right there. Georgie shut the door. You see it right there, made the maneuver, shut the door, drove right in his lane. He could do nothing but brake. That was some good driving. They all came to the line doing about 160 right there. Everybody trying to get them points. And Georgie got a 12.71 time. That is a new track record. No Pontiac is that fast. Man, that is 2 track records in 1 race series. The SRT has 2.5, the Ferrari has 3, the Camaro has a half point, the Hot Bird has 1. Race 3 about to go down right now. Let's go! Greg and the Camaro have a slight lead coming out of that first turn. Brian and the Hot Bird is on his bumper. Greg got some separation, but it didn't last long because Brian Bush is on his bumper trying to pass him, could not get around Greg. Brian Bush will take second place. DNF for Georgie in the GTO Ferrari and John in the SRT. That was another good race. This group is flying down this road. I would have to agree with you, Roy. They are flying. Greg had the lead coming out of the first turn. Brian Bush was on his bumper. Brian is aggressive when he's driving. This is 3rd round, Roy. I'm not surprised. You see, he put the pressure on Greg, but Greg came out with a 3-car lead. I thought he was gonna blow the doors off on this one, but here come Brian Bush, tried to pass on the inside and then tried to pass on the outside. Whoever gets that lead coming out of that first turn is holding it down all the way to the finish line. That's how it's been so far. I think all the drivers in the cars are almost equal in power and driver skills, so that's what you're seeing right now. When a car gets in front, it is hard to overtake it because you got the same amount of power and almost the same amount of skill. You might be on to something, Roy. I don't know. I'm smart. Greg got a 12.88 time. That is a great time. They are out here killing it. The SRT got 2.5. The Ferrari got 3. The Camaro has 2.5. The Hot Bird has 2. Race 4 about to go down right now. Let's go! Brian got the lead going down the first long straight. Greg is in second place. Georgie's in third. Oh, Georgie just passed up Greg on the inside for his second place position. Brian B would take first place. Georgie would take second place. John would take third. Man, Georgie is out here driving that fake GTO to perfection. Seems like it because that was a great pass. Brian Bush had the lead coming out of that first turn. Greg was battling Georgie for the second place position. And Georgie saw his opportunity and passed him up over the bridge for his second place position. It was a nasty pass, Roy. You see it right there. You caught him right before the third turn, took the inside lane for the pass. Brian Bush got loose. He put about 8 cars on everybody. No one was catching him. Nope. Not even in that fake GTO. The Hot Bird got first place. The GTO got second. I'm surprised. SRT got third. The scoring is getting kind of tight. This is going to be a close one. I'm hoping it will be. I'm getting a little bit nervous seeing how close this race series is. You okay? I might have to use the bathroom. Roy, what are you going to do in round 4? It's just round 3. We got more crazy, exciting driving coming up next round. Brian Bush got a 13.31 time. I know it's only round 3. I can count. Goodness. I'm just gonna have to work through it, okay? Okay, the SRT has 3, the Ferrari has 4, the Camaro has 2.5, the Hot Bird has 4. Race 5 about to go down right now. John has the lead going down the first straight. Second place is a battle. Georgie came out with the second place position. Greg is in third. Georgie is on John, but trying to pass him. Can he get around him? No, he cannot. John will take the first place. Georgie will get second. D and F for the hot bird in the Camaro. Man, this group is faster than a beaver chewing its way through a Louisville slugger. You might be right, Roy. These cars are putting up fast times. They're coming to the line doing about 160 plus. John and the SRT had that lead going down the first long straight, but then here comes Georgie and that fake GTO tried to pass, and Greg tried to pass the GTO. And John and the SRT had about a 3-car lead on Georgie, but Georgie closed the gap fast but couldn't get it done at the line. He would take second place, Greg would take third. I cannot believe the speed that these drivers are pushing these cars to. Like, do they want to live or not? Roy, it is third round. These drivers aren't slowing down for nothing. All right, they are trying to get that win. Now, I get that and all, but what good is a win when you're dead? John got a 12.95 time. That is another great fast time. This race series is crazy. They are putting it all on the line. Like you said, Roy, do they want to live? I think they are living. SRT has 5, the Ferrari has 5, the Camaro has 3, the Hot Bird has 4. Race 6 about to go down. Georgie has the lead going down the first long straight. John is in second place. John just got passed up by Brian. Brown is in second place trying to get the first place position away from Georgie. Georgie broke loose, put about 10 cars on him. It is over. He would take first place. Brian would take second. I thought Brian was going to close the gap on Georgie there at the end. I thought he was too, but Georgie must have other things in mind because he put about 7 car lengths on everybody. You see Georgie and that Ferrari was in first place, the Hot Bird was in second, the SRT was in third. Coming out of that second turn, the Hot Bird passed up John and the SRT for the second place position. And then Greg passed up the SRT as well for the third place. And then Brian tried to pass Georgie on the inside right there. Georgie shut the door and ended up gapping him about 7 or 8 car lengths. Brian Bush did try to pass him though, I give him that. He did try but did not succeed. You see it right here, Georgie had the slight lead. Second place was a battle. I thought John would come out with the lead, but then the Hot Bird passed him up. Brian Bush was not playing games. Tried to pass Georgie on the inside right there. Could not get it done. Brian Bush bumped Georgie and Georgie kept that thing straight. He is driving that fake GTO to perfection. Yes, he did, Roy. He put up another good time for this race series. The SRT took a D and F, the Camaro as well. Georgie got a 13.16 time. Crushing it out here. They all are doing their things. Greg in the Camaro is getting medical assistance. He is on his roof like a cockroach that just got sprayed with Raid. What are all these other cars that we never got out? Should have got that guy out a long time ago. Is he? He is dead. The SRT has 5, the Ferrari has 7, the Camaro has 3, the Hot Bird has 5. Race 7 about to go down right now. Greg has the lead going down the first long straight, and Brian Bush is on his butt in that Hot Bird. Oh, Brian just crashed and Georgie drove around him for the second place position. Greg has a free shot at the first place. He would take it. Georgie would take second place. Oh, it's been a wreck for third place. John tried to crash Brian out, but ended up crashing right in front of Officer Winslow. He got some explaining to do. Man, he just got caught racing doing about 135. He got some explaining to do. Officer Winslow was right there waiting on somebody to get caught. You see, Greg had the lead coming out of the first turn. Brian Bush was about 2 cars back from Greg. He spun out. Georgie plowed right into him and passed him up for a second place position. Man, Georgie hardly slowed down and drove right through Brian in that hot bird. Nasty. Yeah, Roy, he didn't care about hurting that Ferrari one bit. Sure didn't. He did whatever he could do to get that victory. That's all we want. Well, dang, is winning a race worth somebody's life? No. Yours or the person you're about to hit doing about 135. That's racing, Roy. Sometimes bad stuff happens. You just hope for the best and hope you get through it and live to see another day. Greg got first place. He was flying. Georgie got second. The Hot Bird got third. And John got a DNF and a court date, I'm sure. Greg won that one with a 13.38 time. That is a good time. These cars are flying once again. And I love every bit of it. I'm a speed demon and I love speed. The SRT has 5, the Ferrari has 8, the Camaro has 5, the Hot Bird has 5.5. The last race about to go down right now. Georgie and the GTO got a lead coming out of that first turn. The Hot Bird is in second place. Oh, he tried to pass Georgie on the inside. He tried to pass him on the inside again. Georgie broke loose and gapped everybody. Brian and the Hot Bird took second place. Greg would take third. I tell you, they were scooting around like a 5-year-old in church going on hour 3. Georgie took a small lead coming out of that first turn. Brian was on his bumper in second place. John was in back in third. Brian Bush tried to pass on the inside right there, but Georgie shut him down. John was in second place and was trying to get around Brian right there, but could not. Brian kept it straight for the second place position. And John was in third place, but got passed up by Greg right at the finish line for his third place position. That was the last race. Georgie took it all. Yes, he did. He won first place. He's good. Brian Bush and the Hot Bird got the second place nod. Georgie ran a perfect race in that fake GTO. Roy, he got 10 points. That's how you dominate. Also a 13.40 time. Roy, this had to have been one of the fastest race events we ever held. All the times were 13 seconds and less. I would have to agree, they are nuts. Georgie and the Ferrari GTO won that race event. He's been running like a boss all day long. Brian Bush came in second place. It was a close second place race, but he got the second place nod. Thanks for watching DieCast Street League. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the old bell for all post notifications. Only if you want to, but please do. I mean, you can do what you want to, but it is free. Let's go.